Is it true you started when a regular pub comedian just it didn't turn up?
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
How did you know what to say?
Well, I didn't. But I had a couple of pints of lager and a couple of nosefuls of amphetamine sulfate.
Yeah.
And on I went.
What did you say?
I just went on and did a load of Jimmy Jones's jokes because I used to go and see Jimmy Jones, a great comedian. Funny enough, he signed for my TV studio now. He's 84.
Wow.
So I just went and told a load of jokes. I had some stimulants and on I went and told a load of jokes. And then they said, that was really good. Come and do it next Sunday. So I did. And then I got a job in a pub in Lewisham telling jokes. £6 I got for Sunday lunchtime spot, £6.
So again, by that sound, that's like you could probably buy a house for £6. That's what I'm thinking.
I had two wives on the strength of that. No, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. And there's a funny story about that first gig in the Black Bull in Lewisham. Sunday lunchtime, I turned up. There was nobody there at all, apart from a blonde woman, disc jockey, and her name was Linda Regan. And you might have seen her on Facebook at the moment. Her husband was Brian Murphy, the one that was in Youth of Joyce and Brian Murphy.
Don't know.
Actor. He just passed away. And she's now a famous novelist. And she was my first ever audience. I played just to her, the disc jockey. And then a load of black guys came in, about 20 of them, a football team.
Yeah.
So I steamed into them and loved it. And that was it. And that was really the drug of people laughing at me and liking me. It wasn't about the £6.
It felt good.
Yeah. Still does.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that, I mean, they say, don't they, that comedians have often got a lot of insecurity issues and things like that.
Well, it's a lot to compete with, isn't it? You have, 1,200 people or 1,000 people laughing their heads off and loving you and standing up and begging you not to leave the stage. Then you go home to a cold bum and, what then?
Yeah, no, I get that. And that was a time, of course, where you say the sort of black people came in and you sort of had a laugh with them.
Yeah.
And that all changed. I guess it feels very quickly.
Yeah, banned black people since.
They banned black people?
No, I don't think it's changed. It's just people... No, I don't think it's changed.
But people can't seem to laugh at themselves. They can't laugh.
They do. Black people come and see me and piss themselves.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Though.
Yeah. You mustn't say this and you mustn't say that. Yeah, black people and Indian people and anyone that's not a white average person has to be wrapped in cotton wool by the lefties.
Yeah.
They just leave us all alone and we'll all get on.
You know what's sad is I'm from a Jewish family. I used to laugh at jokes about Jews. I could laugh easily about people make jokes about Jews because it's funny. Obviously, some people are not laughing with you. They're laughing, but they're laughing with you. But then you get all this stuff from the left where suddenly you can't laugh at anyone. So I think, well, why are you laughing? And now I'm not laughing at jokes about Jews, and I think that's sad. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I never told jokes about Jews. You know why? They didn't have a particular accent that I could do.
There's an accent, though.
Yeah, there was that sort of, but I couldn't quite grasp it. I couldn't quite get it. So I changed all the Jewish jokes into Scottish jokes.
Did you?
Yeah. The Irish jokes I turned into thick policemen.
Did you?
Instead of these two Irishmen walking down the road, it was these two policemen.
Can you not do Irish?
Well, I stopped doing it because everyone was doing Irish jokes. It wasn't like you mustn't do that, you mustn't do this. The black stuff was just a ridiculous accent, really. Yeah. And this Chalky, that character Chalky, came from Blackpool. Little and Large were top of the bill, Frank Carson second, all these people you don't know. No. And then I was doing this accent, ridiculous West Indian accent from southeast London. And the director said, about this, why don't you make this one person, make a little character? And I was never one of them character people, not a Harry Enfield. I just told jokes. And so I invented this guy called Chalky. He was never Chalky White, just called Chalky, obviously a play on the fact that he was black. Yeah. And he was always the winner. He always had a bigger dick. He was always the winner. He was always the one that got it over on the policeman. He was always victimised. So a lot of the jokes were about racists. They weren't racist jokes. But of course, how's your friend Chalky? Racist.
That's probably the thing that's followed you around more than anything else, is it? The Chalky stuff?
Yeah, that and I think so. I had a bit of homophobia at one stage.
Yeah, you came down with a bit of homophobia.
Okay, I came down with a bit of it.
Touch of the homophobias.
Yeah, I know. Couldn't sit down for a month.
I was thinking about the Chalky. Shut up. I was thinking about the Chalky stuff. It's a funny thing because obviously nowadays it's such a multicultural society, multi-racist, but back in the day there weren't that many people of different colours and things. And I can imagine how if a bunch of people came over suddenly when you weren't used to that and they had different accents, that is quite funny.
Yeah, accents are funny, aren't they?
Yeah, and stereotypes.
The other Chalky thing, it was Matt Letitia who plays
ex-footballer.
Footballer.
Southampton.
I went down and did his testimonial thing. They all played football. There was a football match on. And we were coming back from the ground to go to stay at some hotel in Southampton. And I pulled up alongside Ian Wright.
Yeah.
The pundit Ian
I love
Wright.
him.
I love him too.
Yeah. And I'm a Spurs fan.
Are you?
Yeah. But I think even Spurs fans like Ian Wright. He's so likeable.
He is likeable. He's lovely.
Yeah.
I describe him as an Easter egg with glasses. He looks great, doesn't he? And so me and him were sort of mates, like celebrities say hello to other celebrities and footballers like that. So he pulled up I pulled up in my blue Bentley with my bald minder from Hereford, from the ex-SAS guy, right, at the lights. He pulled up in a red, dog knob red Bentley, almost had leopard skin seats. No, it didn't. But he had the boxing gloves hanging up there, the stereotypical boxing gloves. And his minder looked like a negative of my minder. I had electric light orchestra on, blaring, and he had some boom, 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 and we looked at each other like this. I was trying to be as white as possible. He was trying to be as black as possible. And we spontaneously burst into laughter. We go in the bar for a drink, and he's come up to me and he said this. Yeah. He said, why don't you do Chalky no more?
Did he?
Yeah, he did. And I used to piss myself with Chalky, fucking great. And I said, the reason is, mate, I said, black blokes like you don't speak with West Indian accents anymore. He said, that's right. We fucked your act up because we're saying the same as you white people and that, innit?
Yeah.
Bit my lip. Because I had so much respect for him.
Oh, he's great. He's
great.
You see that thing where he's cried about Mr. Pigeon or something? Mr. Pidgley, he had a teacher. It's one of the it's got millions of views on YouTube.
Yeah.
How he helped
him.
He thought he was dead, and then he turns up and he's crying. It's really emotional.
He is a nice guy, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I do like him. And then well, I won't go into that. There's a whole thing about it. There's a lot of people on the right, are people of different ethnicities, are they English? And it's a sort of big thing. I don't know if we need to go into all of that. But
yeah, we do.
We do.
Of course he's English.
So for you he is. Yeah, I think he is as well. And I got a lot of viewers.
Listen, mate, to have a great cake, you've got to have had lots of different ingredients.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But you don't want ingredients coming from elsewhere and just jumping in. You know what I mean? They got to be on the menu.
Well, that's the point, though, because obviously when you started, that was sort of new, and that was what
Yeah, but there was no immigration or problems like that then. There were black people that sounded different to white people. When I went to school in Charlton, there was two black guys. Georgie Campbell became my mate, and another guy, Benjamin. No one liked him. And Georgie spoke the same as me, but the other guy spoke with a West Indian accent. That West Indian accent's gone now, apart from the old grandmothers.
Yeah.
They sing when they speak, don't they?
It's great, that.
I love it. I love it. Like the Jewish grandmother, Babushka.
Yeah. Mine are all dead now. But grandparents, they're long gone.
Did you get made chicken soup when you weren't?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and there's a weird story my dad tells about sort of this rabbi made him eat like chicken feet or something. He wasn't happy with that.
No.
But it's sort of the old-fashioned, that's all sort of dying out as well, to be honest.